Aloha, my name is Candace. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about the importance of not accepting things as final. So not accepting the finality of things. And there's a quote that Neville has in his lecture, Awakened Imagination, and he says, "We never accept as true and as final anything unless it conforms to the ideal we desire to embody within our world." So we never accept as true and as final anything unless it conforms to the ideal we desire to embody within our world. So we don't accept it as final. If it does not conform to who we know ourselves to be, we do not accept it as final. We don't accept it as true, and we don't accept it as final. And it's a bold statement, but it is the way of living with an awakened imagination. I am not accepting anything as final unless it conforms to my ideal of who I am, of who I know myself to be. If what is appearing before me in the physical world does not conform to who I know myself to be, I don't accept that as true. And I certainly don't accept it as final. And that is the key to really moving forward and unlocking your imagination to a higher level, because you're boldly claiming that who I know myself to be is the only thing that I'm willing to accept. Who I claim myself to be is the only thing that I'm willing to accept. Anything that does not support who I know myself to be, I do not accept as true, and I do not accept it as final. Period. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I received a message probably about 3 weeks ago from a lovely person, and they said that they wanted a job. They wanted a very specific job within their company, and they had been imagining that they had the job, and the deadline passed and the position got filled. So the position got filled, and they thought, well, I didn't get the job. I didn't get it. I imagined it, and I didn't get it. What happened, right? And my response was, do not accept that as final. Who says that that's the final say? It's not final until you decide that it's final. And that's a bold way to live, but that's what we're talking about. When we're talking about living with an awakened imagination, we are talking about living boldly, and we are talking about really knowing that unless you accept something as true and final, it's not, and it can be moved, it can be rearranged. And so with that person the lovely person who said, well, I didn't get it. It's over. It's done. It's over. I didn't get the position. My response was, no, it's not final. And if you still want that position, go back into imagination and claim that you already are in that position. So if the position is a manager position, claim you are that. I am the lead manager. Claim it, own it, and that's it, right? We just go to the end. We just claim that we are already it. I am that. I am the lead manager for this company. I am whatever the position is, right? But claiming it. And who cares if the position was filled? That means nothing. It means nothing. I wish I could share with you all of the times in my life when something seemed like it was final, and then I kept persistently claiming myself to be the one that already was it, and then things rearranged in the most incredible ways. And the key is to always go to the end. So you're just claiming that you are already it, right? You're just claiming that you are already the one, right? You are already the one in that position. You are already the lead manager. You are already whatever the position is, right? You just go to the end. Because the cool thing about going to the end is that it's always harmonious. When you go to the end, and you are clear about what the true end is, which is you are already in that position, right? When you do that, it's harmonious, and the way it comes about is such a beautiful, beautiful way, right? Nobody gets hurt, nobody, nothing crazy happens. It happens in such a harmonious way, a beautiful, beautiful way. And that is the key, is to, number one, not accept it as final, right? And then go back and reclaim who you are. Reclaim it. Claim it, right? And when we do that, things rearrange themselves. That is the law. And so, it sounds silly because it's like the law, what? But it really is the law. That was the agreement for this realm of existence, that what you imagine persistently comes to pass. Who you claim yourself to be comes to pass. Your concept of self is the foundation from which you manifest. That is the law. That is the agreement. That is how this world and on this level, works. So whatever you conceive yourself to be, whoever you claim yourself to be, is what you manifest. It has to. That is the way that this works. And so that is why we do not accept things as true or as final if they don't conform to who we know ourselves to be. We don't accept it as final. We do not accept it as final, period. And so I just wanted to come on and remind you of that, because it can be really easy to get caught up in appearances, right, with the physical world. And if the physical world says that something is final, then that must mean it's final. But that's not how this works, and that is not the way that we know imagination works. Imagination chooses what is final. You choose what is final, right? You decide that. And so if there is something that you are imagining or that you're manifesting, and it seems like you missed the deadline, or it didn't manifest, or it didn't happen, remind yourself that you do not accept it as final. I do not accept this as final. And you go right back to claiming who you are. So thank you for watching this. I hope that it is helpful for you. I'm claiming that it is helpful for you. And I appreciate you watching. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe and click the bell for notifications so that you can get notified whenever a new video comes out. I will talk to you very soon. Aloha.